Sup flappers, welcome to another video, and man oh man do I have a video for you today. And as usual, I'm going to be going over all 4 of the new characters. Granted, Shenhe, we don't know too much about her, but we know her elemental skill, we know her burst skill, so there is a lot to be said. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys, if you are really wanting that Ganyu, Shenhe, Zhongli, or Xiao, currently on my channel we have slated many giveaways for you guys. 2 Xiao, 2 Ganyu, 1 Shenhe, and 1 Zhongli. That is guaranteed. And congratulations to all the lucky winners, 2 Albedo, Eula, and also Ito giveaways. With that said, all you have to do to participate in any of my giveaways is make sure you're subscribed and tune into my live streams. That's literally it. All right, no more loopholes to jump. This is as easy as I can personally make it for you. Now, going forward, I want you guys to remember this is just my opinion. I think I have to start prefacing this because I think people somehow think that I'm trying to spread gospel of the walrus method or the walrus way of playing Genshin. No, I'm just saying I've played these characters all at C0. For Zhongli, I've gotten him all the way up to C4. And there's quite a bit to talk about these characters, from their team dynamics to how currently they perform in the Abyss, in the overworld, as well as in the future, how miHoYo likely plans to target them and restrict their usefulness within the game. Even in the patch 2.4, if you guys haven't noticed, there are things miHoYo is constantly doing to make sure that your gaming experience is at best bearable as a free-to-play player. So you want every decision to count. Now, as you guys may have seen in patch 2.4, there are some new monsters, and one of the new monsters is able to deal damage based on your missing energy, and as well, they're gonna be able to suck energy from you. Now, here's the thing though, miHoYo did not mention specifically whether their energy sucking can pierce through shields or not. Now, that is a question I'm going to leave up to you clever folks to decide. Do you think the dev team is kind enough to let us bypass such a mechanic if we have a shielder? Or do you think miHoYo is out to get us with more anti-shield mechanic? Do you think that piece of information was omitted from the live stream on purpose, or they kind of just want to leave that as a surprise for us? Now, with that said, let's move forward to the other monster, which is the Pyro Abyss Herald. And yeah, they were very clear about that. It does hit through the shield and burns you. So hey, couple points taken off for Zhongli here, but don't worry people, I'm sure he still makes it up and then some with his current usage, as well as just how powerful he is in general. So I want to bring your attention to Ganyu and Shenhe first though, alright, because here is the problem with this. I do think these 2 characters go very well together, or at the very least they complement each other in some ways. And it's safe to say that for Shenhe, she is a more dedicated unit. As we all know, miHoYo is trying to make these characters that are more essentially restrictive, but when put into the right teams, they can truly shine. Much like Goro. Place Goro in a Hu Tao team and watch him suffer, but put him with Ito and a triple Geo team, he shines like a bright star in the sky. And I do think it's going to be a similar scenario for Shenhe, because if you are getting Shenhe but you don't have Ganyu, you don't have Ayaka, you don't have Eula, what's the point, right? At this stage in the game, you have to understand, while supports are more important, that is only if you already have characters that can work with these supports. So out of all of these characters, I think Shenhe is going to be the most situational. Now, following up that with Ganyu. Now, I've said a lot about Ganyu, and a lot of people say Ganyu is overrated, but like I've made a video talking about this, it depends on what you mean by overrated. Ganyu, yes, while is no longer the best DPS unit in the game, she is still up there as one of the best, and her utility knows no bounds. Yeah, she's kind of boring to play if you only play her as the main DPS and you only use her charge attack, but understand, Ganyu is a character that bypasses a lot of these weird mechanics that miHoYo is throwing at us recently. For example, the energy sucking bishops, they don't affect Ganyu whatsoever. Like, yeah, suck my energy, I don't care, I hit you with no stamina, no energy, charge attacks that have insane scaling. On top of that, Ganyu's cryo application is still through the roof. Her burst skill is one of the best ways to deal with the Abyss Heralds and Lectors. Granted, if you have Ayaka, that's also even easier. But unlike Ayaka, Ganyu could be used as a cryo applicator support or a support DPS. She fills many roles, and in all those roles, she does an amazing job. So if you're looking for a character that can fill a lot of positions and flex into your teams with incredibly high efficiency, Ganyu is going to be that character that can do it for you. Now, I'm not here to hard push Ganyu. It's your choice at the end of the day. Your Primo Gems, your account. But I'm just telling you guys, Ganyu is a smart pickup. And so far, miHoYo just can't shut her down, because you have to shut her down for her charge attack. You have to shut her down for her cryo application, as well as trying to further target range attacks. But that's all very difficult to do, because if miHoYo decides to do something like that, it doesn't just affect Ganyu. So it's going to be tricky for miHoYo to balance around this character, and they've struggled in the past to do so. And let me tell you, there are times when other characters have suffered greater simply due to miHoYo trying to target Ganyu. That's how difficult of a task it has been for miHoYo. Now, as you can see, miHoYo has shifted their attention more towards making Zhongli not as overpowered, essentially not Zhongli, but just shielders not as effective in the general sense of the game. And maybe they have kind of forgotten about our Coco Goat here, alright? So make sure, people, if you guys want to be somewhat meta-driven players or have a stronger account, getting a Ganyu is going to be great for you. Moving on to Xiao, I think this one is going to be the most controversial one. You either love him or you hate him. I don't think there are people who are too wishy-washy about Xiao, and if you are too wishy-washy about Xiao, chances are you're not going to get him, because if you're wishy-washy about someone like Zhongli or Kazuha, you're like, well, but like at the very least, they're really good characters. I might as well pick them up. But Xiao, miHoYo has made it so damn difficult for this character to function properly. I'm not saying he cannot function. I'm saying it's very difficult to make him work. You have to put in the effort, hyper invest him. He is not a very flexible unit. There are very few teams that you can bring to facilitate him, and a lot of those teams have very fixed units such as Sucrose, Jean, Kazuha, right? You need these Anemo characters to make sure that he works properly. And even with that, he has no dedicated artifact sets. His weapon is kind of outdated compared to some of the newer characters' weapon. On top of that, his constellations isn't that good. So if you eventually do want to build him up over time, it's not going to be very beneficial for you until you get him all the way to C6, which could be, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years for free-to-plays or small spenders. So this character isn't really one that you want to dip your toes into if you're just wishy-washy about him. Now, this could all change if miHoYo decides to throw us a bone and give us dedicated Anemo main DPS artifacts, but that is very copium at this point. Alright, people, consider yourselves warned. Only pull for Xiao if you are a true diehard Xiao fan. Other than that, I highly suggest you skip him for now, because there are a ton of great characters coming up. Look, if they are putting Zhongli in this patch, just imagine what is coming next patch, right? There's a chance Kazuha's coming back very, very soon, as well as newer characters. We're hearing rumors about Ayato. We're hearing rumors about Yaimiko. Dendro's coming. Baiju. Who knows, right? All of this stuff is right around the corner, and you really don't want to be spending gems on a character that miHoYo shows no attention to and have no signs of buffing or facilitating for. Alright, with that said, I think we're going to keep this last one really short. It's Zhongli. It's no secret that miHoYo has been targeting shielders for a very long time, but I can't not emphasize the importance of that shield, because yes, they can bypass the shield to deal damage to you or have effects be applied to you, but they still cannot interrupt you, and a lot of the main DPS really benefits from not being interrupted. And as you can see, even things like increased resistance to interruption has become a staple in newer characters, such as the triple Geo teams right now have that effect with Goro, and even Eula has that in her kit, somewhat facilitating her burst window. Now, don't just think like, well, just dodge. That's so like easy, right? I dodge all the time. I don't see a problem. But yeah, when you're dodging, you're also not dealing damage, which is also a DPS loss. No matter how you spin it, shielding is going to yield more damage simply because you can do more damage while not dodging. And for some people, the difference of that window is going to be crucial in completing a 3-star clear or that elusive 9-star Abyss 12 clear that a lot of people are seeking. Sometimes, remember, it's not your damage, it's whether you are able to deal that damage that matters. Zhongli currently is still the best shielder in the game. And for some people who got lucky getting Goro, getting Ito, all they need is a Zhongli to round out their team. This is a perfect time. And people, listen, it's going to be a while before miHoYo completely runs Zhongli out of business. And I am willing to argue even if they try to do that, they cannot succeed fully simply because there's too many things about his kit that just makes him irreplaceable. Until future characters one by one can do the exact same thing that he does, but better, Zhongli will always have a place in the game. Alright, with that said, I hope this video has helped clear some thoughts on people's mind. I will try to go more into detail regarding each individual character, telling you their pros and cons as we get closer to these banners. But remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the giveaways. Congrats to all the winners. Thank you guys for such an amazing year. We're getting close to the end of 2021. I can't believe we made it through another year. So excited for patch 2.4, and I hope you guys are as well. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, here's the secret word of the day, and that is box. That's right, box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Please comment below what you guys think about these characters. Who are you gonna get and why? Alright, till tomorrow's video, urge you all to stay safe and peace.